I love living in Cardiff. And there's the diversity. There's diversity of cultures, of people. But Roath especially, I think, because everything's on hand in Roath. So if it's not going on in Roath, it's not worth knowing about, is it?
It's been great because it lets you see the area in a completely different way, because especially with the various sort of themes that there were, you could really start to look at it sort of sideways.
I did one of Jamie running off and kicking a big pile of leaves.
That was good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It was a really nice way to explore it for the first time. Like just having no idea where we were going and just stumbling across things.
I found it interesting going from one shop and learning about someone from Kenya and going to another shop and learning about someone from Turkey. So it's sort of really interesting juxtaposition of sort of cultures, and it was fascinating actually, a sort of interesting little sort of 4 or 5 hour journey through sort of world culture.
I love photography. I'm always taking pictures like every day. I mean, I really don't know why, but I love cats since I'm a child. I can't live without them around. That's awesome. Here in Cardiff you can find cats everywhere. So it was quite easy to find a cat-friendly one who was kind enough to model for me.
I found a bit of street art of a cupcake. All the girls at work have spent most of their time in the last sort of 6 months doing home baking. So I thought street art meets home baking sums up the zeitgeist, doesn't it, really, you know?
It was funny. I have now a different perspective from Rose. I like it more, actually.
Is it art, or is it craft, or is it skill? I mean, that dilemma fascinates me. One of my pictures shows a very simple wooden shelf unit, which I saw purely by chance on a wall, and it had an old oil can in it, an old bicycle chain, a piece of rag on it, and the rest of the little compartments were empty. And I looked at that and I thought for a moment, is this a work of art? And it wasn't, it was there by chance. That if you'd seen that in a gallery next to a Tracy Emin, you'd have said that's art. So is it art? Is it a skill? Is it just an artifact? You know, these contradictions. You know, what is art?
Well, this is curious because the man is actually wearing the camouflage and the ferret, it is boldly itself.
Fel arfer, pan dwi'n dod i'r rath, dwi'n hoffi mynd am goffi gyda ffrindiau ar Wellfield Road, edrych rownd y siopau unigryw sy'n ar Albany Road, Wellfield Road, a dwi'n rili hoff o gerdded yn y parc a rownd y llyn. Bo fi wedi bod yn byw yma ers rhyw 10 mlynedd nawr, o'n i yn sylwi ar bethau gwahanol. Jyst yn licio'r cymysgedd sy'n yma, yr adeiladau, y bobl. Mae rhyw deimlad eitha pentrefol iddo fe hefyd.
It was great actually. I always thought of myself as lucky because I used to go to Marlborough Road School, and living in Waterloo Gardens I could walk through the park to get to school, and then later when I went to senior school it was T-Celyn, which is now Cardiff High, so I could walk all the way through parks right the way to school, and I always felt lucky to be able to do that because I feel quite close to nature even though I'm in a city.
I think the pair that I liked best was loud and quiet. Because last night I went up to the lake expecting all the swans to be asleep, and they weren't, they were on the water. So I thought, oh dear, that was going to be my quiet bit. But I took one of a swan, and so there's just this very white swan against total blackness.
We decided to do the photo day as a couple.
Well, it was mainly my idea.
That is true. A few creative differences, shall we say, didn't we?
There was a big argument about an hour in, but then it was fine after that.
Yeah, difficult to place a paper boat into Roath Lake when you're about 1 metre high up. They didn't quite fall in, no, but it was pretty close. I had to kneel down and just about miss some dog's muck that was on the edge of the lake as well.
So I was with Mum in the park and I said, Mum, I want to take some photos of you. Now, as a result of the stroke, my mum has lost communication, and she's learned to use her facial expressions as a way of communication. So I explained to her that I needed to take these 2 photographs, one of a serious face and one of a silly face. On the second shot, she did what I thought was a lovely serious face. But then the silly shot, And she was changing her expression so quickly I couldn't keep up with her. And at one point she did a really lovely silly face, but I missed it. But we had fun in the park with a few people walking by sort of looking at us thinking, what on earth are they doing? I was actually born just down the road in Kirkwood Street. It's changed a lot in 56 years and this is where I feel at home. My husband is from away. He loves Cardiff and he finds Roath the perfect place to live. It's home. And my mum, like me, we're both made in Roath. My mum was made and born in City Road and I was made and born in Kirkwood Street. So I think it's quite appropriate.